Hello, AITX community. I am Steve Reinharz, CEO of Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions. Been on the road for a couple weeks and am fairly poorly prepared for this weekly video. And the reason is, I don't know where to start. There's so much happening. So bear with me on this weekly update, and I think you'll pick some interesting things up. A little bit of housekeeping first. Reminder that tomorrow on the AITX YouTube channel at noon Eastern is our Ask Me Anything, our more or less monthly Ask Me Anything, hosted by our Craig Peterson. So connect on Discord, connect on YouTube. There's a YouTube link here, if Doug put it in. And I'll see you tomorrow on the call. Scheduled for 60 minutes, usually runs 90. Let's see how we do. So definitely come to that and check it out. Now, from a weekly update standpoint, as I'm looking through my notes of what I'm doing and what I have visibility to what the team is doing, obviously I think about sales after I think about the team. The first thing I always think about is the team, and then I think about sales. Be a nicer press release related to sales this coming week. So that's awesome. And we're all waiting. You're waiting and we're waiting for that first 50 plus unit order to come in. And obviously we're hoping that comes in at 100 or plus units. So waiting on a signature on that one, and we'll see where it goes. So anyway, I hopefully can get it this week. It's tough, it's tough when you're dealing with the Fortune 50. It's difficult to incentivize them. They have their processes, and they're not necessarily super financially sensitive or financially elastic, as I would say. So anyway, we're working on it, but there's so much stuff going on. So I'm looking at my notes, and I'm like, okay, what should I talk about, right? Should I talk about sales? Well, I said there's a lot of sales stuff going on. I've been seeing customers the last couple of weeks. We had one of our other senior BDMs do a California tour from north to south, visiting customers and prospects, which went really, really well. Dealing with these Fortune 500 customers, it's amazing, There are a lot of requirements, a lot of restrictions, a lot of paperwork, especially on the security side. So the good news is we are adept and qualified and have the necessary accreditations to satisfy what it takes to play in that arena. And those of you who have followed us for a period of time, I've shared with you that we've been doing different stuff to be compliant and to be the highest standard and to be able to compete, or not compete, but to be able to be the best partners of these companies. And that is starting to bear fruit. So I think that's a nice win that I like sharing with you, because the alternative is that as a smaller company, you're kind of scrambling and tap dancing your way through these requirements, and it's awkward and it can fail. In our case, we're open and transparent, as you might imagine from, knowing me a little bit. And we just say, hey, what do you want? You want our pen test? Sure. You want our SOC 2 stuff too? You want our policy? Sure. Whatever it is you want, we'll give it to you. And that's how you have to deal with these large companies, is just to be open and transparent, and that's what we are. So we talk about sales. I mean, I can get deep into the technology that we're developing across the board. I've shared that my role personally has kind of transitioned to more of a focus on the tech and the dev, with Mark Fulmer, managing sales, production, and client services. So anyway, the tech's coming along great. I love what's happening with the 3.0 hardware and software lineup. I really, really, really do. Again, pushing us to this world-class level. We're going to put these Rosa 180s and these boxy Scots and all these things behind us over the course of this coming year. Anyway, so I'm excited about that because it's fun and it looks amazing. I think we're going to sell thousands of them. That's the plan. Remember, anything can happen, but we're working towards it. Hiring and teamwork, continues to be and will always be my primary responsibility. And I think we're pushing around 80 folks right now, plus or minus. So that's cool. And folks who follow me on Twitter know that we were competing with Google for a machine learning expert. And I got notice yesterday she chose us over Google. Yay! How cool is that? I love Google. Don't get me wrong. But you got enough good talent. You could spare a little bit for us. So anyway, that was a big win for us. I think goes to our culture and who we are. So that's a nice win. Romeo deployments in progress. Rad Light My Way shows. We are trying right now this morning. I have a bunch of chats and calls going on with different team members, trying to push out as many units this week as we can and finish off the quarter, which is finishing off the year, with those revenues booked. So, it's a process of trying to make more out of what we have. We're waiting for those Rosa 3.0s to start popping out the door, which hopefully will be this week. Might slip a little bit, but should be this week. We've got Stand coming out. We've got a big push for that ISC West show, which if you're in the security business and you're anybody, you're at that show. So I think we're going to have a big presence there. I think we got enough things happening that we will be a buzz. That is the plan. The plan from a guerrilla marketing standpoint is always minimal spend, maximum buzz. I think we're on the right track for that. While I was in Dallas, I took some videos of some units in the wild. And check it out. Now, the K, our year-end statements, are due, I think, 90 days from March 1st or from February 28th. We are going to try to get them out within 60 days. 60 days I want to get those fins out on the street, financials out on the street. So working hard on that. I mean, we're just working hard on so much right now, right? These weekly videos are a little bit difficult sometimes because there's so much that I want to share, but I don't want it to go more than 10 minutes. And, what's important to me isn't necessarily always important to retail. Ultimately, I share what I think is important, and the chips fall where they fall. Talking about what I share is important, and this is really my last point on the message this week. I really like how this coming fiscal year, starting March 1st, is shaping up. This past fiscal year, the fiscal year that we're finishing, as everybody saw, was a year of team building, a year of making improvements to the balance sheet, a year of financially strengthening ourselves, a year coming out with incredible new products, both hardware and software, and a year getting our, getting our act together at this next level, which is a big undertaking. We went from 13 employees to 80 over the course of, I want to say, 15, 16 months. So we've been very successful. I'm very happy with how the year is finishing. I'm really looking towards this next fiscal year. I mean, we're going to break, I can't say we're going to break, but my expectation is we're going to break 500 units. I really want to hit 1,000 deployed units or 1,000 units under contract. And I think with the horsepower we have on the sales team, I think with the where we're at in the sales process with different clients and how long those sales processes take, I think that where we're at in terms of having a strong library of results, all things that are difficult to accumulate as a small tech company, I think that we're in good shape, So it almost feels like this is a bit of a year-end message, which maybe I guess it is. But what we're going to do is wrap this year up as strong as we can, ship as many units. I don't know where I'm going to find them, but we're going to find them and get them out. And then I think I'm just looking at the chat right now, and they're like, we got to find 15 Rosa to get out this week, and other guys are a little closer to where we have units and where they're at in production and so forth. But nonetheless, I'm like, find the units, get them out, guys, get them out. Let's get them out. So anyway, next year starts next week or on March 1st. Tomorrow, ask me anything. I hope everyone is doing great. Special shout out to the guys who have been going after the guys that are spreading FUD, so keep it up. So ridiculous. Everybody should know that as vicious the FUD guys get, it doesn't affect me at all. It's noise, water under a bridge, nonsense. Just the price of being a Pubco CEO that's disrupting different markets and is unapologetic about our team, about our strategy. We're a freight train heading forward, and really nothing's going to stop us. So folks are going to be upset by that, and that's fine. I don't really care. We're going to build a great business either way. Everybody have a great weekend. I hope I see you on tomorrow's AMA. Take it easy.